I'm Tim of Govberg, and welcome to the world of IWC. Today, I'll be your guide to the usage, care, and maintenance of your IWC Aquatimer Automatic Edition Expedition Jacques Yves Cousteau, reference 3290-05. First, let's note the fitments of strap and buckle. The strap itself is a natural vulcanized rubber that should be kept remote from caustic chemicals such as cosmetics, any solvents, fuel, acetone, or nail polish remover. The strap itself is removed using a quick release system on the underside. 2 tabs, one on each side, allow the strap to be removed using only one's fingernail. This is done by taking the tab, you can see the tab at the base, and pushing it in while rotating the top of the strap away from the case. The strap is replaced by taking it from the top, pushing it down, and rotating it in. It's exactly the opposite of removal. Now, this timepiece is an automatic winding watch that can nevertheless be manually wound should the watch run down or should you wish to fully energize its mainspring. Turn the crown counterclockwise until it can be felt to pop out of its threaded sleeve. At this point, turn the crown 20 to 30 turns in a clockwise direction, and this will be sufficient to start the operation of the timepiece. Now you'll note the seconds hand is ticking. Now you can set the date, set the time, and if you screw the crown back in at this point, the natural course of kinetic action on the wrist, in conjunction with the winding rotor beneath the case back, will ensure that the watch continues to energize itself up to its maximum rated power reserve of 42 hours. Should you wish to manually wind it to full reserve, simply continue turning and listen for a subtle click or tick. No alarm. That's the bridle-style mainspring slipping to relieve any excess strain. It does this by design. It's your audible sign that the watch is fully wound. Now, there are 2 ways in which you can set the time of day more precisely. First, you can set the day itself. This is done by taking the watch out of the danger zone of 8 p.m. to 3 a.m. and then turning in a counterclockwise direction to rotate the date. Again, always ensure you're not doing this during the period from 8 p.m. to 3 a.m., as that is the period during which the watch's automatic date jumper is engaged, and you can crash the movement and cause damage if you try to use the quick set from 8 p.m. to 3 a.m. Now, I've engaged the hacking or stop seconds by pulling the crown to its outermost stop. Now the seconds hand has halted at 12 o'clock. Call up an online atomic clock reference, such as that used by the U.S. Naval Observatory and publicly published, so you have an accurate reference time. Set your watch to the same hour as the reference time, as well as the next nearest minute. As soon as your reference matches the hour, the minute, and the second that you've set, push the crown back in all the way. You'll note the seconds hand continues to advance and you've synchronized your reference time. At this point, and whenever you're not setting, winding, or cycling the date, keep the crown flush to the case for protection against damage as well as water intrusion. The Safe Dive bezel is an IWC original design that allows you to internally rotate the bezel using a ratchet system hidden under the differential at 9 o'clock. You see how I never have to take my fingers off the knurled outer portion of the bezel, and the index within moves only in one direction. Align the index with the minute or hour hand depending on how large an interval you wish to time, and then follow its arc around the calibrations. You can use this as a sort of analog or circular chronograph display to time a dive, fish tacos on the grill, or intervals between meetings. It's very versatile, but remember, it only moves in one direction, so you cannot accidentally lengthen a dive, only shorten it by accident. That's the point of a unidirectional rotating dive bezel. I should mention, there are 3 primary areas of hazard with respect to the handling of your watch: water, shock, and magnetism. This watch is water resistant to 30 bar or 300 meters, which, when properly water tested, IWC rates as sufficient for professional diving. It should be noted, however, that you can help avoid accidental drowning by keeping that crown screwed down whenever the watch is submerged or simply when there's water on the case. Moreover, water resistance is not a static feature of a watch, so IWC recommends having the timepiece water tested every year at minimum at an authorized service center to ensure that factory-rated hermeticity is retained even as seals age and lubricants dry. Of course, this can be restored during servicing. Magnetism is ubiquitous but unseen. It's created by the closures of wallets, purses, and refrigerators. It's created by speakers, subwoofers, and MRI equipment. Keep the watch remote from all of these, because in proximity to a strong magnet, the metallic hairspring of the watch can become magnetized, which can cause the watch to run erratically, either fast or slow. But if you suspect that your watch has become magnetized, an authorized service center of IWC can quickly and easily demagnetize the watch. Shock and concussion, however, can cause more permanent damage. It's best to ensure that this diving timepiece is disused during skiing, mountain biking, ATV use, violent horse riding, firearms marksmanship, batting, tennis, or golf, as all of these concussive activities can damage the fine mechanical caliber to the point of stoppage. Finally, IWC recommends every 3 to 5 years a comprehensive overhaul at IWC Schaffhausen or at a factory-authorized service center. It's important that an overhaul be performed exclusively at these centers, as they solely are able to provide tools, specialized equipment, trained personnel, and factory service parts to ensure the integrity of your watch as both an instrument and as an investment. Moreover, these agencies solely can back labor invested and parts supplied with an IWC factory service warranty. A comprehensive service will ensure that the watch is refinished to factory cosmetic standards, a worn strap is replaced, water resistance is fully restored, and the movement is cleaned, oiled, and adjusted to restore its chronometric performance. Finally, call, text, or email our experts at govbergwatches.com, and they'll be happy to walk you through every phase of the usage and care of this or any IWC fine timepiece.